It's Week 18 of the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the football team and the 49ers, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 22.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Washington football team and the San Francisco 49ers. First carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
In today's NFL, when you talk about goals for defenses, and you think that maybe you'd like to hold them under 14 points or so, we think our offense can usually get 17 to 20, so that's a reasonable goal. But when you hold a team under 100 yards of total offense, you're going to win 99 times out of 100. And the one game you lose, you'll know who to blame.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. They'll set up to throw. Now he's going to drop this one down to Gibson. Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have the football, and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
First carry now for Trey Sermon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a run with Sermon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggle. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Takes it at the 7. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lance. They set up the screen for Sermon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game. But it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career. I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for the first with Sermon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Lance now on first down. He'll buy some time right. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. To throw, it's Lance. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the gun on third down, Lance. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play. It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
3 yards the gain there, second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Javon Kinlaw able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. The Lance going to throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A play fake for Sermon. Now Lance. They'll roll him out right. And he will find his man Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Lance, a give now to Sermon. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 21. Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Lance. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 93 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Well, we've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
at the 41-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Ta'amu. And the Niners get there and bring him down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sand.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. They're going to look to throw.
A pass underneath for Fournette.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half.
And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
Steps away to his left. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here's Lance.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter. What's been a tight contest so far. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
On 2nd down, another shot for Sermon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now a play fake. Lance.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. And Lance now to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Sermon. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? They run once more with Sermon. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Lance to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And at this stage in the game, sure, you wanted the touchdown. You're already in the red zone, but boy, you squandered a chance to at least get the field goal there. So no points out of this, and we stay tied.
Very disappointed team. No one more disappointed than the kicker, who thought he had a chance to be the hero of the day. All they had to do is trot him out on the field. They didn't even give him an opportunity.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
That's the 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Fielded at the 20. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Now on 2nd and 13. Lance completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame.
Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A shotgun give to Fournette.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there. On second down, here's Fournette. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll run it again with Fournette. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
But he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. Koo now for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Washington defense getting ready, coming off a fumble recovery there on the last time they were out on the field, so we'll see what they do here.
And once that happens, everybody wants to get involved. All right, whoever created the last one, they're going to get the praise in the film session. You want that praise yourself, so you know everyone's going to be attacking the football.
Yeah, we'll see if they can attack it, get hungry, and get another turnover. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. Throw left side, complete to QT. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 60 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Sermon. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On the handoff, Sermon. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Sermon, they'll try the left side with him. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they're going to have a 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. And it's caught. They'll give them a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal. Sermon. And Sermon is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. They'll run for it. Sermon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Sermon with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Yeah, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Here's a give to Fournette. Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Fournette once more on 2nd down. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. 51 yards on the punt there. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. This is Sermon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 107 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the morning. Running left is Sermon. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. On second down, it's Sermon. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
From the gun, Sermon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. I think that's Mack who's still down. Yeah, it is. Mack apparently shaken up there. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Lance, a give now to Sermon. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. Lance looking to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
Tucker's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Now Washington down by a field goal, 50 seconds to go. A chance to end this season with a bang as they come up with a 1st and 10. And that's complete to Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll look to throw. Completes to Njoku. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the 49ers, they do get that 10th win of the year as they finish up at 10-7 overall. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll finish a less than stellar campaign with a mark of 6-11. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around.